I really appreciate the faculty and staff here at Bethany. They care about their students and they're helping them achieve their goals and to be successful.
It's a Christian-based college, and I felt that he was in the right hands when I left him here.
We chose Bethany College so my son could have a good life.
If you want inspired learning at an affordable price, choose Bethany College. Learn more about your good life at bethanylb.edu.
Arn Reinert, CPA LLC, provides tax and accounting services in the Smoky Valley area and is a proud supporter of Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College activities. Located at 117 South Lincoln Street in Lindsborg. Arn Reinert, CPA LLC.
This is the Bank of Teskett postgame show. Coming up, player of the game, scores from around the area, final stats, and an interview with the coach. This is Smoky Valley Vikings football on 95.5 The Rock.
Valley Gym, Don Bings along with Carson Byers as the Vikings going to have to lick their wounds now. They fall 54-35 to the Halstead Dragons. A 1-point game at halftime. Saw Halstead erupt for 20 points in the third quarter, 15 in the fourth quarter. To end up being outscored the Vikings 4 in the third quarter and 15 in the fourth quarter to make the final 54-35. Scoring totals went like this: 5 points for Engel for Halstead, 6 points for Kelly, 9 points for Gerber, and in double figures Lewis with 10, and 24 points for Kaylee O'Brien, a sophomore. For the Vikings, 2 points Brianna Pretty, 2 points Avery Vanderweg, 5 points Abby Rose, 7 points McKinley Johnson, 9 points Ellie Brumbaugh, and 10 points for Adrian Hazelwood.
Yeah, I'll read this first. Yep. This is the Bank of Teskett postgame show. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Ask about their new Castasa checking account in Lindsborg, Salina, Lincoln, and Teskett. And now time for the Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Something different isn't just a slogan of Next Tech Wireless. They're about our communities because they live here too. Next Tech Wireless is a Kansas-based and world-class in supporting their neighbors. They have the latest devices and plans for everyone. With friendly, knowledgeable, and local customer service, they're committed to providing the best wireless network in Kansas. Visit one of their 50 locations across Kansas.
McKinley Johnson was our impact performance of the first half, and she ended with 7. She did not score in the second half. Ellie Brumbaugh stepped up her game, ended up with 9. But Adrian Hazelwood fought through a lot of adversity, ended up with 10 points. She's probably my nominee for player of the game.
Yeah, I like that pick. She got to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. She did a lot defensively, especially in that first half against Gerber, and did a nice job. Got a little bit of foul trouble, which kind of maybe hurt her stats a little bit. She could have got going a little bit more.
Vikings are off now until January the 12th, the second Tuesday in January, so no question that they certainly want to, not the way they wanted to end the first part of the schedule, but it is what it is, and the Vikings will have to recover from this. A long break to have to deal with having that loss.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know Halstead's a good team with a lot of great players. We saw tonight O'Brien looked really good, and nothing for the Vikings to hang their head on because they could get a lot better over the break and come back with a little more experience under their belt, and we could have a totally different game. I mean, the first half, that was a close game, and you play that second half a few more times, it could have gone a number of different ways. It just kind of snowballed away from them, and nothing to hang your head about. You got a long season to go, a lot of good things ahead for them.
Going to jump right into boys pregame. The Viking boys looking for their first win. Halstead boys also looking for their first win. They haven't scored very many points. They're averaging about 25 points a game. The Viking boys are averaging 32 points a game. So neither team has a lot of offense on the scoreboard. So both teams are going to be looking for their first win. I think we're going to have an outstanding boys game as well.
Yeah, just a couple of teams trying to find themselves on the offensive end. I think Smoky Valley still trying to find their roles offensively, and I think they're going to continue to get better on that end of the court. And obviously they played an incredible Heston team on Tuesday that plays really hard man defense. So maybe tonight will be a little easier to find some offense and some guys can get a little confidence going.
Yeah, no question about it. The Vikings are looking for their score. They don't have any scores, anybody averaging double figures yet, so they need to look for their scoring. They're going to have to look for Ryan Helene. They're going to have to look for Jake Lucas. Going to have to look for Haven Lysell to step up a little bit. Joe Osowski led the team with 5 points the other night. Joe inside might be a night that Coach said he's going to have to look for some more points when they can try to get him the ball. So they have the weapons. They just got to get it figured out.
Yeah, Joe was a really good player on Tuesday against Heston. I was really impressed with his performance. Really played hard in a night that was a really tough one for the Vikings. It's kind of a small Vikings team. You got a lot of guys playing out of position, but tonight shouldn't really be a problem because just looking at Halstead warming up, they don't seem to really outmatch the Vikings physically. They should be able to man up against these guys and play them well.
No question about it. We'll take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, Jared, and the interview for the boys, and be back here for about time for starting lineups. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball. Back after this, messages and interview.
Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Mari Loader of Coldwell Banker Antrim Piper Winger Realtors. A Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer, no one knows the entire Smoky Valley area the way that Mari does. Call her for your real estate needs. Call Mari, call it sold.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Biegert, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services. Serving Central Kansas since 1983. A proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
If it's game day, it's on at the Old Stuga in Lindsborg. Streaming all the Smoky Valley and Bethany games, you won't miss a play. Come in to pregame or to celebrate after the game. The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And get starters. And welcome back to more Viking pregame. Don Bins along with Coach Doug Snyder as you get to come to your home opener tonight after going to the hard place to play in Heston against a really good Heston team. You came out of there relatively good, but you knew you probably weren't going to win that game, but the effort on the defensive side especially was good.
You know, I was pleased considering the way we opened the game. You know, we cut that lead back to 40-26 in the third quarter, and we actually held them scoreless for almost 8 minutes during the stretch in the third and the fourth. So I was displeased with how we opened the third quarter. I was frustrated with how many turnovers we had at the beginning of the game. Those are things we've got to solve. But, you know, overall, it was a nice atmosphere. You know, I thought Heston did a great job controlling the atmosphere of the night, but also I felt we've got to make improvements on, and they could see, you know, at least I believe they could see visibly what hurt us, what helped us, and what things we need to be better at going forward.
Joe Osowski and Cade Blanchett kind of stepped up a little bit for you. They hopefully can carry that into tonight's game.
Yeah, we got to have somebody that helps Haven out a little bit more inside. You know, it's kind of been his show inside with, I think he's averaging 7 and 7.5 from the rebounding standpoint going into last game. Didn't have as many points, but again, you play a team like Heston, they're all over you. And if you don't have other guys that can help out a little bit, that hurts. But I think Joe had 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. I think Cade had 4 or something along those lines. So I was pleased that we were getting that extra output from those guys, which we really need to get. You know, we've got to see those things inside, especially on the glass. I mean, that was something that going into that game, I was disappointed by how many offensive rebounds we gave up. And we did a lot more of that again against Heston, which I was, again, thinking that we've got to get better at that. But I think our guys are starting to see that, number one, we've got to be better at getting on the glass, on the defensive glass, but also we've got to be pressuring to get offensive rebounds. If we can't score from the outside, we've got to be able to get to the rim and get the ball and try to pick up cheap baskets like other teams do against us.
You don't want to be overconfident coming into a game like tonight because Halstead comes in without some players returning, and they've lost 3, you've lost 3, so somebody's going to pick up a win tonight.
Be honest with you, at 0-3, I don't think we can be overconfident about anybody. And that's not a knock on our team. I just want to say that, we are just still trying to find out who we are. And I think we took great strides on that on Tuesday. I think our guys in practice on Wednesday and Thursday understood a lot of our expectations and where we think they should be. I think they're hungry to get a victory before break, but let's be honest, so's Halstead. They're chomping at the bit thinking this is one of the games that they could get before break. So we have to come out and execute our game plan tonight. We've got to come out and have good games from our guards and our posts, and we've got to do the little things well.
You got to do the little things well that add up to big things. How about some keys to victory?
I'm going to go back to where we were last time. Defensively, we've got to look very, very good. We've got to make it extremely difficult for Halstead to score points. Number 2, we've got to keep them off the offensive glass. We've got to shut that down and be really strong with that. Number 3 tonight, I think we've got to execute offensively. I think we've got to find ways to get guys moving toward the rim, find ways to get Haven Lysell Stewart the ball near the rim so he can finish plays, and also get him to the line some and really start to build that up. But I think once he opens up some inside, it's going to open up our outside game too and allow those guys a chance to knock down some open jumpers.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Doug Snyder of the Vikings will be back with more pregame right after this.
Smoky Valley Chiropractic. Dr. Daryl Loader has been on the Viking sidelines since 1995. A doctor with advanced certification in both wellness and sports injury management, he is the resident expert in the Smoky Valley, helping others live long, active, healthy lives since 1995. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bank of Tuscan. Come see us for all your home loan needs in the Smoky Valley, including construction loans at Stockholm Estates. Equal housing lender, NMLS 403648. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tuscan.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
People's Bank and Trust takes pride in its heritage of service to the customer and features 12 locations in central Kansas. People's Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany College. Member FDIC.
7-day-a-week urgent care has arrived in Lindsborg. Open now at the Lindsborg Community Hospital. 7-day-a-week urgent care is open, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. on weekends. No need to be an established patient of the Family Healthcare Clinic. Everyone can enjoy the new convenience for those things that can't wait until tomorrow, but aren't serious enough for the emergency room. 7 days a week, urgent care at Lindsborg Community Hospital.
With Carson Byers as we get ready for the boys' action again. Both boys looking for their first victory of the night. Viking boys got beat 52 to 26 at Haven the other night, so they certainly are looking to kind of come back. Halstead, on the other hand, they lost to Eureka 29 to 59. They lost to Wichita Homeschool 29-59, and they lost to Sedgwick 15 to 42. So they're having trouble scoring points. So the Vikings scoring a little bit more. The Vikings are averaging 32 points a game. Maybe the Vikings tonight at home will come out and show what they can do.
Yeah, this is an exciting opportunity. A game you think the Vikings can win, and hopefully just play with a little bit of confidence on the offensive end and shoot the ball and have a little bit of fun here at home.
It's time for starting lineups. How about our visitors, the Halstead Dragons?
Yeah, Halstead's going to start a freshman, number 5, Eli Gerber. A sophomore, number 12, Adler Davison. A sophomore, number 24, Thomas Burns. A sophomore, number 23, Spencer Johnson. And a junior, number 14, Jackson Swift.
Yeah, they've had some issues with some guys not coming out. Remember back in football, you weren't here helping me with football, but Lakin Farmer was one of the players of the year in the football for our league, and he's not playing. His little brother is playing basketball, but he's not. So it'll be Gerber, Davison, Burns, Johnson, Swift, and how about our Vikings tonight?
The Vikings are going to start senior number 15, Jake Lucas. Senior number 22, Ty Miller. Senior number 24, Ryan Helene. Junior number 25, Haven Lysell. And senior number 33, Brant Hebel.
So for the Vikings, it's Lucas, Miller, Helene, Lysell, and Hebel. The Vikings in their white home uniforms, black lettering, black numerals trimmed in orange and black and white trimmed down the sides. The Halstead Dragons in their all blue uniforms with white lettering, white numerals, and a white H on the bottom of their shorts in a kind of a triangle. And it's the Vikings and the Dragons set to do battle. Congratulations to the Lady Dragons who won against the Viking girls, giving them their first loss tonight, 54-35. So congratulations to them. Hope the Viking boys can return the favor and get their first victory of the night tonight.
Yeah, it would certainly be exciting to go into the Christmas break on a victory, especially after a tough game for the girls.
No question about that. First possession, again, they don't jump center anymore, so the first possession belongs to the visiting team. So Halstead will get the first possession. They will put it in play, number 15. Well, now they got a 15 out there. Did you say 15?
Yeah, 15 looks like 15 is Davison.
So 15 is Davis.
They got that wrong in the program.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get it here in a minute. Well, Davidson has it outside the Vikings 3-2 zone, and they're going to turn it back court. So it's right first possession. Halstead turns it over, so Vikings bench happy about that.
Credit to Ryan Helene there pushing that guard out. So the pass was way out wide and goes behind him back court.
Miller and Helene outside the Halstead 3-2 drop zone, kind of exactly what the Vikings run. Now it goes to Helene, baseline corner Lucas. Back to Helene, back to Lucas. Going to launch a three ball from the corner. Too strong, but gets his own rebound. Off to Brant Hebel, thought from 6. No, rebound inside. And goes over the backboard. Who touched it last? They said the Vikings did. And it'll be Halstead ball.
Yeah, both teams come out in the zone there. Jake gets a nice open look. And in these zones, you can follow your shot a little bit, find a gap. And Jake did just that for the second chance opportunity.
We haven't seen much of the 1-3-1. They're going to extend this 1-3-1 in the full court press. They get it over half court. They turn it over. Quickly up to Brant Hebel. Over to Ty Miller. Around to Jake Lucas. Cross court corner Hebel. Miller. Cross court to Lucas. Inside to Hebel. Brant Hebel up. Shot. No. Rebound Haven Lysell. No. Rebound Lucas. Yes. Wow. 3 offensive rebounds.
Well, pretty early timeout there by Coach Schneider for Halstead. Very upset with his defensive effort on the boards. Vikings crashing hard, doing a great job.
Yeah, Coach Snyder in his interview said we need to do more offensive rebound. We need to work on offensive rebound. That's 3 offensive rebounds, plus the one on the last possession. That's 4 offensive rebounds they've already gotten tonight.
Well, there shouldn't have been any on the last session. The Vikings had a couple of easy ones. They got to get to go the first time. But
padding their books a little bit.
Yeah, I see what they're doing.
But, yeah, they really are crashing. They really do have a height advantage. Number 23 is their tallest player at 6'3", and he's a skinny guy, so they can kind of body him out pretty good. Haven Lysell probably outweighs him by 15 or 20 pounds anyway. So here comes the press again. They turned it over on the last press. They have 2 turnovers. And almost a turnover again, but Hebel knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Halstead.
Yep, that's just Brant Hebel here on the backside. Reading those cross-court passes, does a nice job of blocking it out of bounds.
In college, you don't get a reset at 10-second when you throw it out of bounds. And there's a reach-in, jump ball, alternating possession. It goes to the Vikings, so 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for Halstead.
Yeah, you can tell Halstead wasn't prepared for this 1-3-1 press that Smoky Valley is putting on. Vikings doing a great job of trapping here on that side.
Helene into the front court, goes to Ty Miller outside the 3-2 drop zone of Halstead. Helene right at the free throw line. Good defense adjustment by Halstead. Well, we wanted to see Jake Lucas kind of come in on the baseline. There's Lysell off to Lucas, little 10-footer. Good.
Yeah, Jake Lucas was their high point scorer in that first game. He's got an ability to shoot the ball, stepping in nicely against the zone.
Almost a turnover for Halstead again, but they save it. Get it in there. It goes to number 5, Gerber. 14 has it. That is Swift. Swift with it. Back to Gerber. And knocked away by Lucas, but saved. There's the ball now loose. Here comes the Vikings get the turnover. Here's Helene on the drive. Good.
Yeah, Ryan, such a great crafty finisher. He had some sweet and ones go against Heston, and a nice finish as he hangs in the air there.
5.5 minutes to go. Vikings up 6-0 early. Gerber has it. Gets it off to Jackson. Or excuse me, Johnson. That's Johnson. Inside pass, knocked away. Saved by Halstead. Off it goes to, I can't get these names in my mind here because the numbers have changed. Swift has it. Now foul on the Vikings.
It's kind of crazy that is the first foul of the game. There's been so many collisions early. Keeping it, refs are calling it a little cleanly, so.
Farmer in as a substitution, and number 25, McDonald in. With the ball is Davidson. Across the half-court line, but he got it in there. McDonald had it. Now knocked away and stolen by the Vikings. Here comes another turnover. Jake Lucas up and good. Jake has got 6. And the Vikings 8 points.
Yeah, well, Coach Doug Schneider coming out in this 1-3-1 zone. Credit to him, really confusing these Dragons. And Vikings are doing a great job of executing.
Especially since nobody had seen it. The Vikings hadn't used it all year yet, so good time to break it out. McDonald, baseline pass, Halstead shot, no, rebound. Good box out by Helene. Good rebound by Lysell. Here's a three-pointer. An on-runner CPA three-pointer by Ty Miller.
Ty Miller has a great jump shot. The easiest three-pointer to hit is there from the corner in transition. He was right in rhythm, knocks it down. Great shot, Ty Miller.
4:15 to go. Vikings off to an 11-0 start here. Inside, and they throw it away again. And they're going to call a foul on Miller coming up from behind. So Ty Miller picks up his second foul.
Looks like Halstead doesn't know it. They're all the way back on defense.
Well, they thought they turned it over, which they did, but the foul is called by the trailing official or the lead official down there on the bottom. So that foul goes on Ty Miller. Go back court to Farmer. Farmer will bring it into the front court. Looking for McDonald. Goes instead. Tipped out of the bounds by the Vikings. It'll stay with Halstead.
Yeah, and if that pass wasn't tipped, Ty was right there to steal it. Vikings are everywhere tonight.
Davidson goes to find the ball back in the corner. And back to by the locker room gate. Outside, way back, it goes to Farmer. He'll bring it into the front court. Vikings stand in the half court with that 1-3-1 trap. Get it over to Farmer from McDonald. Back to McDonald. Drive in the lane. Shot up. Good.
Yeah, and Ty has such a tough job there running the baseline in this 1-3-1 zone. He was all over the place. Was able to somehow recover, but just a nice finish.
First points coming at the 3:33 mark for Halstead. 11-2 Viking lead. Miller with those 2 fouls has stayed in the game. Now Lucas out top. Over to Helene. Blob pass inside to Lysell. Beautiful pass.
Terrific pass. I thought he was going for Joe, and then out of nowhere, here comes Haven Lysell crashing through the lane and laying it in nicely.
Good thread the needle pass by Ryan Helene. Here's a steal by Haven Lysell. Haven going to run it over, pass it to Helene. Shot up off the glass. Good.
Haven just using his athleticism, jumping up in the air, getting a nice little fancy pass in there to Helene.
Helene's got 4, and there's a carry the ball by Halstead. Trayton Miller coming in for his older brother. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I have Halstead for 5 turnovers. Helene brings it into the front court. 2:45 left to go. Trayton Miller with it. Looking inside. Now goes to Lucas out top of the key. Near side wing to Helene. Looking for Joe Osowski in there. Not there. Trying to get it into Haven and does. Into Lucas right in the middle of the lane. Misses a shot. Gets his own rebound. Goes up strong. Misses. Joe trying to get the rebound and he's fouled. And it'll be Viking ball out of bounds. The foul. 14, that is. I think that's Swift. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Swift. That's Swift.
2:26 remaining, first quarter action. Trayton Miller. Ryan Helene, baseline 10-footer, too strong. Rebound off of a blue, white ball. That could have been off of either one. Joe Osowski and one of the Halstead players, I think Swift, were going for the rebound, but went out of bounds. Last touch by Halstead. Helene looking for Brant Hebel. Loses the handle, and foul on Jackson Swift. That'll be his second. So the fouls are Swift 2 and Ty Miller 2. Nobody else has any fouls.
Yeah, you know, both those inbound plays, Coach Schneider loves to use his inbound passer, being Ryan Helene here, to get an open shot. Missed one from the baseline earlier, trying to set up a 3 for him there.
Joe Osowski with a 10-footer from the baseline. Joe knocks it down. Good job, Joe.
Good touch by Joe, banking it in.
Good catch and good shot right away. Halstead still in the backcourt. Now they get it across the half-court line. Good pressure coming, and they lose it off again. 6 turnover. Boy, the Viking 1-3-1 is just working to perfection tonight. 17-2. A minute 55 left to go, first quarter action. Near side to Trayton Miller. Looking for Brant Hebel. Back to Miller. Looking for Osowski or Haven inside, and we're going to have a foul called on Swift. And that's going to be his third foul. And they'll bring Davidson in.
You don't see that very often.
Go a little smaller. Yeah.
The one player having all the fouls and in foul trouble.
Lysell in the middle. Got the finger roll to go over the top of the rim. He's got 4.
Good things happen offensively when you play aggressive, and Haven Lysell is playing aggressive here in this first quarter.
1:33 left to go in the first quarter. Trying to get him into the front court. Now he does. Gets it off to McDonald. He gets double teamed. Gets it off to Davidson. Oh, I think he stepped on the half-court line. Now foul whistled. And Joe Osowski goes down. Hope he didn't hurt an ankle or knee, but
Number 24, Ryan Helene, his first personal, team's third.
He did get bumped in the knee. Ryan Helene will pick up the foul, his first.
Yeah, they're going to give Joe a break, I think. Jake comes in for him.
Into the game for Smoky Valley.
Don't need Joe to go down. That's the biggest man we have. Lysell plays big, but Joe needs to step in, and he's starting to kind of get the feel of things. McDonald gets it off to number 15, Davidson. And they turn it over to Ryan Helene. Quickly up to Lucas. His shot, good. And Lucas gets the and one to go. His 8th point, chance for 9 here.
Man, it's a lot easier to score points when you're turning a team over like this. This is really fun to watch.
Lucas free throw, no. Rebound Lysell inside. Knocked away. And Halstead comes away with it. Good job by Davidson. Gets
Really
it off
strong
to Farmer. Well, they just trap it. They can't get out of it. Now got it to Gerber. Baseline corner to Davidson. Inside to number 23, Johnson. And fouled by Haven Lysell, his first.
Number 25, Haven Lysell, his first personal, 4th team foul on the Vikings.
Haven out and Aiden Evert in. Quickly the other way on the ball, long pass goes into Ryan, and he throws it away. But it gets it right back. Viking Everett has it. Shot missing, rebound. Foul on Vikings. And that's going to be on Jake Lucas. That's going to be Jake's first.
Vikings had all the numbers on that fast break. Pretty amazing they didn't score on that one, considering all the other times they've found buckets in transition. Just a little sloppy.
Farmer into the front court to Gerber. There's a screen from McDonald. Out to Farmer. Getting inside for Johnson. Not there. Goes to Davidson instead. Back to Gerber. Back to Farmer. Outside with 14 seconds. 13 seconds. Gerber. Gonna have to put it up pretty quick. Farmer way out in the half-court circle. Long shot. No, off the back iron. Farmer shot. No. And we are at the end of the quarter. It's 21-2 Vikings lead. Back with quarter number 2 after this 30-second timeout.
Lindsborg Community Hospital and Family Healthcare Clinic, supporting concussions.
I'm not sure if we did.
I didn't get one marked in my book, and I'm first to admit I don't get everything marked in my book that I should, but I really don't remember. I mean, we missed some shots, but I don't remember the fact that we didn't get any turnovers, so we'll go with it. It may be wrong, but it's the best we got. Maybe you can peek over to see what Cade's doing and see if we have any turnovers. First possession belongs to Halstead. Lucas Apel and Cade Blanchett have both checked into the ball game. And a foul is going to be on 33 White. That's Brant Hebel.
Yeah,
Cade Blanchett and Lucas Apel have checked in for the Vikings.
The Vikings just coming out in man here to start the second quarter. I think Coach Steiner knows that Halstead is going to try to draw something up to combat this 1-3-1 zone. He's going to switch into man, give him another challenge to face.
McDonald has all 3 of Halstead's points. And he got 4, got them both. They got their first basket at the 3:33 mark of the first quarter. Now they got their first points 15 seconds into the second quarter. 21 to 4. Here's the pass into Lysell. Shot too strong. Rebound. Blanchett got it. Oh, Blanchett, he got it knocked out of his hands. No question about that. Cade Blanchett got the star points for the Vikings, the most star points in the game the other night at Heston. So good to see sophomore Cade Blanchett get in and get some good minutes and get rewarded for it by earning star points. Vikings go 2-3 zone again. Davidson gets it off to Gerber, knocked away and stolen by Lysell. 4-on-1 break. Shot up and good by Haven. Wow.
Yeah, Haven immediately gets the steal, and he can see it in his eyes. He was looking right at the rim the whole time because he knows he has the athleticism to get there in a hurry. Great finish.
Great finish. Davidson with it for Halstead, driving in the lane, kick out, shot, in and out, no good. Rebound, Haven Lysell. He's got a lot of rebounds already. He's doing a good job of exactly what Coach wants him to do. Blanchett back to Lucas Apel. Baseline corner to Brant Hebel. Kick out to Jake Lucas. And a three-pointer. An Arnreiner CPA three-pointer by Jake Lucas. Yeah, he's in double figures with 11.
Jake's been their most consistent shooter from the outside, and nice three-point shot there.
26-4. In the corner, tipped away by Lucas Apel, stolen. 10 turnovers now for Halstead. Underneath, Brant Hebel got the ball to go somehow. I don't know what kind of an angle he had to get that up off the backboard, but he made it work.
The pass was just a split second late, and Brant bobbled it a little bit, was able to corral it and throw it up there with a little English. Incredible finish.
Davidson with the foul. Brant Hebel has a chance for an and one. the 5:55 mark, and he got it to go. Well, points for the Vikings, 29. Points for Halstead, 4. Around it goes to Farmer. Farmer at the top drive, kick it out to Davidson. Wanted to trigger but didn't. Good defense by Blanchett, but now he calls a foul on Blanchett and will be...
20, Kate Blanchett.
And it's 1-1 for Davidson.
Yeah, foul's starting to add up, and you know, you kind of expect that with how aggressive they're playing on defense, and you'll kind of take that considering how many turnovers they forced.
Absolutely. Free throw, no. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Halstead. Johnson, excuse me. And it'll be Viking ball. Apel, Blanchett, Lucas, Hebel, and Lysell on the court for the Vikings. Man-to-man this time by Halstead.
Vikings going to do a little dribble weave action.
Here comes Blanchett in the lane. Kick out to Lucas. Another three-pointer, Jake Lucas. Another Arn Reinert CPA three-pointer by Jake Lucas.
Yeah, that play's called Viking. It's their dribble weave, and they're trying to penetrate and kick. And right there, Jake right in the corner for a 3.
5:15 to go. Davidson with it off the Farmer. Looked at a shot, didn't trigger, turned it over instead. Blanchett with the shot, no, but he's going to have 2 free throws. He's a left-hander, and he's on the right-hand side, so he wanted to use his left hand to go up with it and didn't make it. But he will have 2 free throws.
I was impressed with his ball control there, taking it up in the fast break.
Absolutely.
One of the bigger guys for the Vikings.
And he makes the free throw.
Ty Miller back in the game.
Second Cade Blanchett free throw on the way. That one too strong. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Johnson. Here comes Halstead. Farmer on the dribble drive. In the triple team, and he turns it over by traveling. I have him for 12 turnovers. I don't know if that's enough or not, but that's certainly bad enough.
Eli Gerber checks back in for Halstead.
Gerber, Burns, McDonald, Johnson, and Davidson on the court for Halstead. Out top 2, Miller, Helene, Lysell, Blanchett, and Lucas on the court for the Vikings. Blanchett underneath to Ty. Beautiful pass. Ty Miller with the basket.
Yeah, just their simple flex offense, and Ty coming off the screen on the baseline, wide open on the block. Good find by Blanchett to get it down in there to him.
Yeah, I threaded the needle on that pass, but he was wide open underneath there. Here's Davidson. Kick it out. Lucas with the interception. Lucas up and missed it, but Helene, no. And 2 fouls. 2 free throws coming up for Jake Lucas. He missed a free throw for an and 1 in the first quarter.
Jake Lucas at the line, shooting 2.
That foul on Burns is his first.
Yeah, great recovery by Burns as Lucas hits the first free throw. To be able to get back, and I think he kind of blocked that ball. I mean, obviously he got the foul called on him, but able to get that shot out of there.
Second one is good as well.
Wow, 37-4.
We're averaging 32 points a game for the first 3 games. We already have 37, and there's still 4 minutes left to go.
I knew we'd have a chance to win, but I'm very impressed with how the Vikings came out energy-wise tonight.
McDonald kick it out to Johnson. To McDonald. That was Davidson on the baseline. I got these names mixed up. I hate it when I have to change numbers in the scorebook. I kind of get it in my mind a little bit, and they have to change everything. Bounce into Davidson. Davidson goes over to McDonald. Double teamed in the corner, and Blanchett. Turn it over number 13 for the Halstead Dragons as they get tied up and on alternating possession. It goes to the Vikings. There'll definitely be a running clock in the fourth quarter unless Halstead erupts like the girls did in the third quarter. Here's another pass underneath. Blanchett with
Well, the Vikings were tearing up the zone defenses in the first quarter. Halstead comes out man, and they're just running their simple offensive sets like Viking and flex, getting wide open layups.
39 for the Vikings. 4 for Halstead. McDonald gets it off to Davidson. Davidson, and he's fouled by Blanchett.
Number 20, Kate Blanchett, is second.
I know Coach Schneider for Halstead isn't going to be pleased with some of those wide open layups on an offense the Vikings have run here for years. Most teams are able to snuff that out really quickly. Halstead having trouble.
Now, they got a lot of young kids out there, though.
They do.
Gerber was a freshman, I know you said. I don't know what Davidson is.
Yeah, they got, it looks like three sophomores and a freshman in their starting lineup. So this is definitely a big challenge for them, seeing some defenses they've never seen before.
Here's Brant Hebel with the shot from 10-foot baseline. He knocks it down. He's got 5.
Keep the foot on the gas, guys. They need to gain some confidence, get some guys scoring, get in double figures,
There's
all that
another
stuff.
steal by Haven Lysell. And they're going to call that a block or a charge. They're going to call it a block. He stepped through. Tried to step through and drew contact.
Yeah, Haven didn't pull off the move quite as well as he wanted to, but just enough to avoid a charge.
Foul by number 5. That's Gerber, his first. Lysell makes the first free throw. And he makes the second. Made them both. He's got 8 points. 43-4. Gerber with it. Vikings in a 3-2 drop zone. McDonald on the dribble. Picks up his dribble. Goes near side 2. Number 24. That's Burns. Back to Gerber. Cross court 2. Davidson. Oh, he got away with the double dribble. Can't blame the official for not calling that one. He maybe didn't see it clearly. Burns with it. Baseline drive. Knocks it away and stepped out of bounds. It'll be...
Good job there by Haven, and then Aiden stepping in on the help defense on baseline, forced him out of bounds.
Lucas Apel into the game for Smoky.
Lucas Apel back in. Ty Miller out.
Farmer replaces Gerber for Halstead. Couple guard switches for both teams.
Helene, Lysell, Apel, Everett, and Hebel on the court for the Vikings for the last 2 minutes, maybe. Everett has it right at the... Oh, he got shoved away and traveled, but neither a foul nor a travel called. Bounce pass inside to Hebel, knocked away. Saved by Ryan Helene. Shot up, no.
On the floor.
Falls on the floor. It's going to be Farmer reaching in.
Man, Ryan, he seems to have a few of those every game. A nice finish on an and one. That one doesn't count, of course. It was on the ground.
That's the second foul on Owen Farmer. 9th team foul. Helene can't get it to go. Trying for the rebound. Cade Blanchett touched it last. It'd be Halstead basketball. We missed a couple of free throws. Blanchett missed one. Lucas missed an and one, and now Helene misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Bounce pass inside to Johnson. Took it out to Davidson. Davidson shot. Good. Davidson got it to go.
Davidson with the 2-point basket.
6 for Halstead. Lucas Apel, 3-pointer, no. Rebound. Last touch by Halstead, out of bounds to Smoky Valley.
A sweet little crossover by Ryan to set up that pass over to the corner 3. Little hesitation and then blasting out of it, kicking it out.
Cade Blanchett, baseline drive. Going to pass it to Helene. He'll dribble out to Brant Hebel in the lane. Shot up, got it to go. Got a funny spin on the ball and got it to go. He's got 7 points. 45-6.
Did exactly what he needed to do there in the lane. Just go up with it.
Under a minute we go. Burns with the dribble drive. Shot. Oh, he got hit across the face. And Aiden Everett picks up the foul.
Thomas Brooks to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of fouls called. Both teams at 9 fouls. Burns can't get it to go.
Yeah, at least the Vikings are getting their money's worth with those fouls, though.
Yes, they are. Second free throw is good.
Good on 1 of 2.
7th point for Halstead. 45-7. 45 seconds left. Here's a three-pointer by Helene. No. Rebound Halstead. Johnson picks it up and knocked away. Oh, knocked away and then tipped out of bounds by Halstead. So the Vikings don't lose possession.
Lucas just kind of flipped it off of him.
Yeah.
Good little play.
I don't see Joe Osowski back on the bench, do I?
He's just sitting there back in the second row.
There he is.
Yep. Probably going to keep him safe here.
Lucas April out to Helene. 20 seconds left to go. They'll run clock. Coach says go, whatever play they're going to run. Cross court it goes to Helene. He's come back out between the circles to start again. Brandt Hebel with it. Loses the handle. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Brandt Hebel long 2. Off the glass, no. And we are at halftime. Our score at halftime. Halstead 7. Smoky Valley 45. Be back to wrap this first half up for you after this 3-minute timeout.
Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax.
Smoky Valley High School Wildfires are dancing tonight to Drummer Boy, taught by Lauren DeLiesel and Raina Decker. The Wildfires are Captain Carrick Elliott, Captain Riley Ebert, Grayson Bauer, Emma Liddick, Lauren DeLiesel, Raina Decker, and Addison Ebert. The Smoky Valley High School Wildfires, under the direction
Visit us at Salina Regional Sports
of Angela DeLiesel.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association.
Scoring in the first half for the Halstead Dragons, Adler Davidson with 2 points, Thomas Moses with 1, Dylan McDonald with 4. For the Vikings, Joe Osowski with 2 points, Jake Lucas with 18, Kate Blanchett with 1, Ty Miller with 5, Ryan Helene with 4, Ava Lysell with 8, Brent Hebel with 7. Personal fouls for the Dragons, Owen Farmer with 2, Eli Gerber with 1, Adler Davidson with 1, Thomas Burns with 1, Dylan McDonald with 1, and Jackson Swift 3 personal fouls. For the Vikings, 1 personal foul each for Jake Lucas, Ryan Helene, Hayden Lysell, Brent Hebel, and Aiden Everett. 2 personal fouls apiece for Kate Blanchett and Ty Miller.
Vikings and Good Luck Swedes. Member FDIC. This is the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic halftime show. A first half recap, scores from around the area, and keys to a second half win. This is Smoky Valley Vikings basketball. on 95.5 The Rock.
Carla Peel, don't make fun of my M&Ms. I like orange and black M&Ms. This is Don Banks along with Carson Byers. Jared Bays working the controls for us once again. What do you got, Carson?
The halftime show is brought to you by Solano Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, working with athletes at every level to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. At the school, on the field, or in their clinic, they are ready wherever and whenever you need them to help you get back in the game. The home field advantage starts Solano Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic.
I knew Halstead wasn't a really good team, but, you know, when your Vikings haven't won a game yet, you don't know how to gauge yourself and how you gauge another team. So I wondered what the start would be like for the Vikings, but wow, what a start. 11-0. It came out, Halstead got a 2, and then they went on about an 8-0 run. So first quarter ended up 21-3, and they just kept the pedal to the metal, like you said, outscoring them 24-5 in the second quarter to take a 45-7 lead at halftime. 1 point for Burns for Halstead, 2 points for Davidson, 4 points for McDonald. For the Vikings, 2 points Joe Osowski, 1 point Cade Blanchett, 4 points Ryan Helene, 5 points Ty Miller, 7 points Brant Hebel, 8 points Haven Lysell, and 18 points for Jake Lucas. What a great half Jake Lucas had. Coach was wondering where he's going to get his points from. I told him, I said, well, Jake Lucas is your leading scorer. You need to look for him. He's a senior. Boy, he just lightened it up tonight.
Yeah, he's got a great jump shot. And time now to look at our impact performance of the first half, presented by Solano Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. And I think Jake has got to be the first guy you look at there with 18 points.
Yeah, no question about that. And he got them all. He didn't necessarily earn them all himself. He just got some nice passes and running that flex offense like you mentioned, and they got some passes. Got a pass to him when he was set up on the three-point line, knocked down a couple of Arnreiner CPA three-pointers, and he was just feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, he was 5 for 7 at the field, and I think those 2 misses, I think he got offensive rebounds on both of those and kept the possession alive. So really efficient and really in that zone in that first quarter. He was stepping into a lot of great spots, and yeah, Jake did a great job.
Again, the Viking girls losing their first game of the year to Halstead. Halstead also coming in undefeated, so both the girls were undefeated, and the Vikings suffering their first loss, a 54-35 setback. And then the boys' game, neither team had won a game yet. The girls' game was close at halftime. The Vikings were only down by 1 at halftime, but this first half for the boys, they're leading 45-7. That's just a phenomenal first half.
Yeah, and I think when you look back on that, with the girls' game, they just got to focus on how well they played in that first half defensively and kind of build off that energy. But yeah, the Vikings, I mean, we've complained about their scoring and harped on them that they need to score the ball better. And in this game, 45 points in the first half, and it really started in transition. And every trip down the floor, you could just see their confidence building. Guys like Haven and Brandt, who maybe haven't scored the ball as well as we know they could. And in this game, they're just all over it and finishing in a lot of different ways.
No question about that. Again, the score, 45-7 here at halftime. We usually interview Coach Larry Vanderweg, but he has to help coach the C team who's playing over in the other gym, so he said he wouldn't be out to interview, but he will certainly be happy with his first half of his girls' game, but frustrated with the second half. And again, this is our last game before the Christmas break and the New Year's break, so we won't be back until the 12th of January that I know of, unless there's a makeup game in between there somewhere or not. We'll turn it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the third quarter. You're listening to the Smoky Valley Basketball. Back after this from our sponsors.
Arn Reinert, CPA LLC, provides tax and accounting services in the Smoky Valley area and is a proud supporter of Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College activities. Located at 117 South Lincoln Street in Lindsborg. Arn Reinert, CPA LLC.
I really appreciate the faculty and staff here at Bethany. They care about their students and they're helping them achieve their goals and to be successful.
It's a Christian-based college, and I felt that he was in the right hands when I left him here.
We chose Bethany College so my son could have a good life.
If you want inspired learning at an affordable price, choose Bethany College. Learn more about your good life at bethanylb.edu.
Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Mari Loader of Coldwell Banker Antrim Piper Winger Realtors, a Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer. No one knows the entire Smoky Valley area the way that Mari does. Call her for your real estate needs. Call Mari, call it sold. Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services. Serving Central Kansas since 1983. A proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Ask for Kasasa.
Warning. Free Kasasa checking may lead to a rise in disposable income due to cashback on everyday debit card purchases, refunds on ATM fees, and elimination of so-called service fees. Increased satisfaction may result while operating your debit card. If you suffer from chronic money loss, search for Kasasa online.
This has been a financial health advisory courtesy of Kasasa. It's like money medicine for your shopping habit.
Offered locally at the Bank of Tuscan. Member FDIC.
Forced 20 turnovers on Halstead. I don't believe I mentioned that. We weren't sure of the number. I knew I had a 15 in my book, but Cade Snyder helping us with stats tonight with the stat little iPad. Is that what you call that thing, an iPad?
Yeah, it's an iPad, the stat system that both the coaches will use to print off their stats. So.
And the Vikings have 1 turnover, so they did a great job. Gerber, let's see, get these names. Gerber, Davidson, Swift, Gerber with a shot, missing, and rebound foul by Davidson.
Yeah, Halstead gets a shot off that possession, an open three-pointer, just their 7th field goal attempt. They only took 6 shots in the first half. Most of their possessions were ending in turnovers.
This line of ortho starting lineups for the Vikings include Lucas, Lysell, Miller, Helene, and Hebel. Here's Hebel with it outside the three-point arc. Underneath, oh, beautiful pass. When you're expecting your teammate to come there and he shows up and you get the pass there on time, that's beauty.
3rd wide open layup this game on that baseline cut.
That's 20 points for Jake Lucas. Ball loose on the floor, picked up and now tied up. In alternate possession, it'll go to Smoky Valley, so that's a turnover on the Halstead Dragons, number 21. Just underway, 3rd quarter, 47-7. Haven, Lysell with it, looking for Jake Lucas, not there this time. Goes instead to Brant Hebel. Brant looking out to Jake. Haven wants it inside there, shot up off the glass. Oh, spun around, but Brant Hebel right there to get the rebound. Up and good for Brant Hebel.
Brant's done that 9. Often. He finds himself in the right place and is able to get it up and in that time.
Davidson, kick it out to Burns. Burns out to Farmer. Farmer back to Burns, inside to, good shot by Swift. Swift with his first 2 points. Coming at the 6:30 mark. Helene, oh, beautiful spin move, and got it to go.
I've praised Ryan all year for his ball handling ability, showing it off there with a nice spin move and finish.
Halstead with it. Around it goes to Davidson. Davidson dribble drive in the lane, shot up, baseline Burns, no, foul, Smoky Valley, and Burns will have free throws.
Fouls on the Vikings, number 25, Hayden Lysell, his 2nd personal first team foul.
Haven picks up his 2nd foul.
Yeah, Haven trying to take a charge there. He was there just way too early.
Burns free throw good.
Burns was just ready for it to step around him and then draw the foul.
Ten for Halstead. And can't make the second one go. Lucas with the rebound. Here comes Ryan Helene on the run. Into the front court goes to Lysell between the circles. Over to Miller. Oh, back to Lysell, and he wasn't looking. But Lucas picked up the errant pass. Helene inside to Lysell. Lysell, 2. And he's in double figures with 10.
Haven knows he's got the strength advantage there down low, bullying him there on the post move.
There's a turnover. Jake Lucas has the layup. Good.
It's as easy as they come.
55.
Jumping out in front of the passing lane and going right in for the layup.
55-10. Davidson, three-pointer, no. Rebound, inside, shot up, no. And going to the free throw line will be Swift. He'll have 2. Haven picked up his 3rd foul.
Looks like the Vikings are going to have a whole new platoon come in, a second unit. I hope the Vikings keep the foot on the gas, though. There's a way to do it sportsmanlike. These guys need to keep scoring some points, build their confidence up more.
Pickering's the only one that getting to play that hasn't been in. Lucas Apel has been in. Trayton Miller has been in. Aiden Evert has been in, and Cade Blanchett has been in. Cade gets a nice rebound, gets it off to Apel. Comes Lucas quickly up to Pickering. Back to Apel. Cross-court pass to Trayton Miller. Miller now out top with it. On the side, now to the wing. Now drives at the top of the key off to Lucas Apel. Lucas Apel drive through, partially blocked by Johnson, but Aiden Evert with a nice rebound. To Blanchett, to Lucas. Apel. Shot. Good for Lucas Apel.
Lucas Apel's a really quick player. Just dashes in the lane there.
57 for the Vikings. Pickering with it, or Davidson with it. Now off to Swift. Back to Davidson. No. Rebound Cade Blanchett, but taken away by Farmer inside. Good hustle by Owen Farmer. Gets it off to Swift. Swift on the drive, gets it off to McDonald. Swift and McDonald playing two-man catch. Lucas Apel came up with the turnover and then turned it right back over.
Lucas is so fast, though. I thought he was going to chase that down off of his foot.
He kicked it too hard. He didn't have a chance to catch that one. That was going too much speed. $57-10. I'm not sure I've ever broadcast a game that's been this one-sided in the Vikings' favor. Here's Farmer. Double team, gets it off to Davidson. Davidson back to Farmer. Back to Davidson. Outside the Vikings 3-2 drop zone. Davidson shot, foul. And 44, Aiden Everett will get the foul, his second.
Yeah, depth's a bit of an issue for the Vikings with Elseth injured and now with Joe, but the second unit has a lot of nice pieces playing well.
They're quick.
Yeah, and I know there's some concern with quarters for both Pickering and Blanchett because I know they play a lot of JV, but both those guys can play a lot of varsity minutes. They're capable of it.
And they get the second to make it 11th point. Lucas Apel on the dribble. Gets it off to Trayton Miller, looking inside for Cade Blanchett. Now goes to him. Now back to Miller. Three-pointer. An Arnreinert CPA three-pointer by Trayton Miller.
Yeah, one of the best plays in basketball. Get it inside and relocate on the wing. Good job by Trayton Miller.
60 for the Vikings. Stolen by Everett. Off to Miller. Miller out top with gets it over to Blanchett. Cade Blanchett, spin move in the lane. Now kick it out to Lucas Apel. Off to Everett. Shot from 10. But they call the foul on number 15, Davidson.
Yeah, on Lucas's drive there, I think, into that drive.
Their second foul of the half.
Yeah.
Who made that one?
That was Aiden Everett. Came off the elbow on a screen, and nobody picked him up wide open for a layup. Great find by Lucas.
62 for the Vikings. Everybody's getting in the scoring column. Halstead cross-court pass to Davidson. His drive, his shot, no. Rebound, Everett inside. Blanchett kind of tipped it Quickly off to Vincent Pickering. His three, no. Rebound, last touch by Aiden Everett. I think 11 people have scored for the Vikings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pardon me, 10 have scored for the Vikings. Good job by Halstead. No on the Trayton Miller comes away with the rebound. Davidson with the shot for Halstead. Miller with the rebound. Here's Pickering. Pickering driving the lane. Kick out to Apel. Trayton Miller, another three ball. No. Rebound. Apel out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. And number 22 in, Tyler Greer.
Here comes the first platoon back in, the Viking starters.
Ready lineup for the Vikings.
Farmer gets it off to Greer. To McDonald. Back to Greer. Back to Farmer in the half-court circle. Now Farmer penetrates on the dribble. Kick it out to Greer. Back to Farmer. Shot up, no. Rebound. Lucas quickly up to Helene. 2-on-1 break for the Vikings. Helene's going to take it all the way in and go, and is going to call for the offensive foul. Helene, that wouldn't be a foul in the NBA or college because they have that circle. He was way too deep for that to be an offensive foul. But when the score is what it is, you don't mind.
Yeah, I think...
big collision there.
I think Ryan will be able to sleep tonight after that one.
Yeah. Somebody else has checked in. I didn't get highlighted. Number 11, shot by Halstead, missing. Farmer with a shot, number 11.
That's Owen Haight.
Haight.
If the program is correct.
If it's correct, yeah. Lob inside to Lysell, knocked away by Haight. Saved by Greer. Here comes Halstead with the ball, trailing 62-11. We're 1 minute away from a running clock in the fourth quarter. Lysell, did he cause that turnover by Halstead?
Yeah, I think so.
Turnover number 24 I have. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Haven with it outside to Hebel. Hebel looking for Lucas, has Jake Lucas underneath. Oh, beautiful pass. There's that flex offense.
They can't stop the flex offense. I know Halstead's coach, Schneider, isn't going to be pleased with that.
Well, you can if you know it's coming, if you're aware of what's coming, if you're playing defense on one of those lower blocks down there.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple switch. If you're ready for it, and Vikings are just killing them with it tonight.
Height with it. Knocked out by Helene. It'll stay with the Vikings, or stay with Halstead with 10 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 64-11. McDonald with it on the dribble. Off to Gear. Farmer. Block. And that'll be the quarter. Third quarter in the books. The Vikings have a 64-11 lead. Back with the fourth quarter after this 30-second timeout.
Tanner Watkins checks in the game for the first time for the Dragons.
Funeral Home, Dower Welding and Machine, art shirt. Bank of Tesket, Lindsberg Family Dental Care, Dr. Darrell Loader. Arnreiner CPA, Midway Motors, Gallant Tire and Auto, People's Bank and Trust, Farm Bureau, Maury Loader, Caldwell Banker Realty, Old Stuga, and Lindsberg Realty. Thank you them for all their help with sponsorship. Halstead has their first possession. Aiden, Blanchett, Pickering, Miller, Trayton Miller, and Lucas Apel on the court for the Vikings. Inside it goes to number 1, Watkins. They've got a lot of new faces out there, too. And Watkins gets it out to Farmer. McDonald. Greer.
Pretty good ball movement by the second
And there's
unit.
a steal by Cade Blanchett on the pass.
I jinxed him.
And Trayton Miller with it. Gets it off to Everett. Everett looking for Cade. Blanchett goes to him outside the three-point arc. Pickering underneath. Vincent Pickering missing. But Pickering's got a chance to get in the scorebook for the 11th Viking to score.
Yeah, Owen Farmer did the right thing there. Switched on to Pickering, cutting across the baseline. A big mismatch down low. Pickering uses his size to power up.
2 free throws for Vincent Pickering. Missed the first. Come on, Vince. Get it in there so we can get our 11th person to score. And off the front iron, no good. Foul, Cade Blanchett.
Yeah, and this clock's just going to keep running.
Third foul on Cade. Farmer into the front court with the ball on the dribble. Vikings 3-2 drop zone this time. Haight with it. Ball gets knocked up into the stands. Nice retrieve by one of the Halstead moms. And then replay it to Greer. Greer on the dribble, goes near side to Farmer. Farmer dribble. His double team, kicks it off to McDonald. Back to Farmer. Back to McDonald. Back to Greer. And Watkins for no, and picked up by Lucas Apel. Trayton Miller, shot good.
Miller.
66 for the Vikings. First points of the quarter. Watkins missed. Here comes Lucas Apel on the breakaway. Lucas Apel missing. Rebound, Cade Blanchett, and put back in for 2.
Yeah, that's just being a good teammate there in transition.
Mm-hmm.
Following your teammate's shot.
Absolutely. 68 for the Vikings. Greer comes back out to McDonald. 4:44 in the running clock left. Farmer, kick out to McDonald, around to Greer. Used to go to Watkins, and instead goes to McDonald outside. To Farmer. To Greer, to McDonald. To Watkins, three-pointer, missing. Rebound, Cade Blanchett. Cade up to Trayton Miller in the front court. 4 minutes left to go here, fourth quarter action. Vikings way up in this one, 68-11. Pickering with the shot. Good, a three-pointer.
Well, there's your 11th scorer. He's hit a couple threes in some earlier games. He can really step out and shoot it.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. I was surprised he missed both free throws a little bit ago. Greer with it for Halstead. Off to Farmer. And knocked away by Lucas Apel. Apel shot good. Lucas Apel with his second basket.
Yeah, can't make that pass when Lucas Apel's out there. He's too quick. He'll run it right down the court for a layup.
Yeah, he's quick. No question about that. Him and Ryan Helene are, not that Ty Miller isn't quick, but
yeah.
Lucas seems to be about a step quicker than Ty Miller.
And Coach Schneider's got to like that, being able to sub and have your backup guard not giving up any speed there.
Oh, and yeah, good hands on defense. No question about that. 3 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Well, Vikings are going to get out of the offer column tonight. There's a steal by Vincent Pickering. Pickering off to Trayton Miller. Run it, Coach said, run it. Reminds me of a long time ago coach, the Vikings, Bill Engstrom. Run it, work it, run it, work it, work it. He didn't work it very long. Cade Blanchett got a shot off and missed. McDonald with it for Halstead. Goes to Greer. 2.5 minutes left to go. Greer loses the handle momentarily. Knocked away almost by Blanchett. Haight has it. That's off to Farmer. Farmer dribble drive. Shot up off the glass. No. Rebound Blanchett. Blanchett over to Apel. Lucas Apel with it on the bringing the ball out.
Yeah, Coach Snyder just wants to get out of the fast break and run a set is what he's telling Lucas there.
Trayton Miller off to Pickering. Weak side to Lucas Apel. Lucas Apel wants to go out top to Trayton Miller. Near side to Pickering. Looking for Blanchett. Not there. Goes across court to screen for Everett. Blanchett with it. That's a free throw line. And the ball knocked away and tied up by Farmer. And on the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Vikings. Smoky Valley girls fall from the ranks of the unbeaten tonight. Here's a pass inside to McDonald. Foul on Halstead. Watkins on the foul. Is it number 1 or was it somebody else? No, it's number 3.
Yeah, it looks like they called it on Farmer.
Blanchett free throw good. He made 1 of 2 in the first half. He makes 1 for 1 here. 74, under a minute we go. 75. Blanchett makes both free throws. Here comes Halstead with the ball. Greer has it outside to McDonald. Back to Greer. Cross court to Farmer. Back to McDonald. Back to Greer. All outside the three-point arch. Vikings kind of packing the 2-3 zone in. Here's a drive by Greer. Blocked by Everett. Watkins has a deep corner. Double teamed in the corner. Gets it out to Farmer. 5 seconds left. 4. McDonald three-pointer. No. And that is our final score. From the Viking Gym, Vikings win it 75-11. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bank of Tuscan. Come see us for all your home loan needs in the Smoky Valley, including construction loans at Stockholm Estates. Equal housing lender, NMLS 403648. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tuscan.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
People's Bank and Trust takes pride in its heritage of service to the customer and features 12 locations in central Kansas. People's Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany College. Member FDIC.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Biegert, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg.
Lucas Apel with 4 points, Trayton Miller with 5, Joe Osowski with 2, Cade Blanchett with 5, Ty Miller with 5, Vincent Pickering added 3 points, Ryan Helene with 8, Aiden Everett with 2, Brent Hebel added 9 points, Haven Lysell in double figures with 10, and the leading scorer for the Vikings tonight, Jake Lucas with 22 points.
Sports in the Smoky Valley. First Bank Kansas is community-focused and customer-driven. with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McCutcheon. Bank with confidence at Postgame, Kansas.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
State Bank of Lindsborg, located at 447 Harrison Street. The Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Smoky
Coming up, player of the game, scores from around the area, final stats, and an interview with the coach. This is Smoky Valley Vikings football on 95.5 The Rock.
Come back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Bings along with Carson Byers of the Vikings. Split games tonight. The girls, Smoky Valley girls, suffer their first loss of the year, losing it 54-35. The Viking boys just came out running and never looked back. They went at 75-11. Carson?
This is the Bank of Teskett postgame show, Generations of Confidence, Relationships for Life. Member FDIC. Ask about the new Casasa checking account in Lindsborg, Salina, Lincoln, and Teskett.
Scoring totals went like this. First for Halstead, 2 points for Burns, 3 points for Davidson, 2 points for Swift, and 4 points for McDonald. For the Vikings, 2 points, Joe Osowski. I hope Joe is okay. It looked like it was not a place where he'd tear a muscle. It was just a bump, so hopefully it's just a bruise, so he'll be able to...
He looked all right sitting there on the bench, and I bet it was more of a precautionary thing.
2 points, Aiden Everett. 3 points, Vincent Pickering. 4 points, Lucas Apel. 5 points, Trayton Miller. 5 points, Cade Blanchett. 5 points, Ty Miller. And 8 points, Ryan Helene. 9 points, Brant Hebel. And then the double figures, 10 points, Haven Lysell, and 22 points for Jake Lucas. He had 18 at halftime, added a couple buckets in the third quarter there, and then went on to score 22. So Vikings certainly break out of the scoring doldrums. They've been averaging 32 points a game. Boy, they just really had their way tonight.
Yeah, they did, and time now for the Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Something different isn't just a slogan at Next Tech Wireless. They're about communities because they live here too. Next Tech Wireless is a Kansas-based and world-class in supporting their neighbors. They have the latest devices and plans for everyone. With friendly, knowledgeable, and local customer service, they're committed to providing the best wireless network in Kansas. Visit one of their 50 locations across the state of Kansas.
Well, not much question about that. Jake was our impact performance of the first half with 18 points. He just went on to secure that win. Although Haven played well, getting in double figures, he probably had quite a few rebounds as well. But Jake was certainly our impact or Next Tech Wireless player of the game.
Yeah, Jake was really efficient. 9 of 12 from the field for 75%. He was really good tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job. So don't forget our scoreboard show tonight from 10 to 11 on KSAL, 1150 KSAL Sports Radio. Get a recap of this game. Scores from the other area and other wraps from various broadcasters across the Sunflower State. That's the Wheat State Scoreboard Show from 10 to 11 tonight on Sports Radio 1150 KSAL. Doug Snyder joining us now. You wondered where your points were going to come from. I told you Jake Lucas might be the one to score. He just erupted for 18 first-half points on his way to 22. I don't know what you fed him before the pregame, but it was, you better do it again.
You know, Carson probably is one that would tell you right away the reason why he did so well is he was getting the extra pass. I mean, guys were finding him open, and he was able to knock down a shot or two to get him going and get him feeling good. And then once he got that going, I mean, then it was, you know, it's easy cooking after that because you feel confident, you feel like you could do things. And, you know, that was one of the things I was really pleased with tonight was how well our guys looked for each other. You know, when you look at our scoring, aside from Jake, you got 10, 9, 8, 5, 5, 5. You know, you got guys that were finding people to hit shots, and extremely proud of Aiden Everett. You know, Aiden's a kid that's worked his tail off for 4 years, never played much in middle school and didn't play hardly at all in middle school, I think. And here he is getting a chance in a varsity game and getting his first varsity points. So I'm really proud of Aiden as well.
Oh, absolutely. He got in on some rebounds too. It looked like he wasn't completely lost. Not that he looked like he was lost before, but just without that experience, you don't quite know what it feels like to be involved in a game. And he will certainly give you some good minutes.
Yeah, we were really pleased with that. I was really pleased. I mean, there's a number of things. I mean, we played a game tonight with 3 turnovers. Super happy about that. We played a game with 21 assists. We limited them to 6 first-half shots. I don't. That's unheard of.
We did.
Opinion.
We mentioned that.
You know, the fact that we were able to move our defense so well and do such a nice job of that, and we also forced 28 turnovers. So, again, it's really difficult at times when you're coaching in a game like this on the winning side and the losing side, because they're really hard things to do. But you don't want to tell your kids to quit playing. You want to keep them out there doing what you got to do and doing things. And I thought our kids really handled things well. I thought they were very positive with the whole situation. And like I said, really pleased with them. We're a little disappointed. Joe Osowski might have tweaked an MCL a little bit tonight. So we're not exactly sure what his timetable is going to be. We're going to get him looked at. He might be 3 weeks, might be longer. We'll just have to see. It was pretty loose according to our trainer. So we'll kind of see what it is, and hopefully the news will be better than that. Again, a lot of great things. I thought Haven Lysell Stewart did a great job on the boards as well as transition. He had 7 rebounds again tonight, which is right about his average, and 10 points, shot the ball well. Again, just really pleased with our team effort overall.
Yeah, it was a team win, no question about that. With that few turnovers, everything's got to be going in. Your shooting percentage was good, and your 1-3-1 deflect was full court to start with, and then you kind of backed it into half court, but you hadn't showed that to anybody yet this year. Not that you're not known for that.
We hadn't showed that to ourselves much this year. It hasn't looked very good in practice, but we literally decided about 10 minutes before we had the kids come into the locker room to talk about what we wanted to do. We thought, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's get going with it and see what we can try and see what it looks like. I was still a little nervous coming out, but these guys had played that last year really well on JV for Coach Meyer, and I thought we could do it again with the right rotations. And then, a game like this, you just get a lot of opportunities to practice a lot of things, and I thought our guys responded really well to that. But I'm really proud of them tonight. It's a great way to end before Christmas after it's been a little bit of frustration for us for the first week and a half. But, you end on that victory, and you start turning your attention to after Christmas. And I think the way things have mapped out, unless we add something, I think our first game back is Heston.
Halstead.
No, I thought Halstead's later on. I thought we had Heston coming out.
Not this year.
So,
Hoisington is a game you can't play because of the...
Right, so we're at Halstead again, so we turn right back around and play them again. Yeah. So, and then we'll have Heston coming up right after that. So it's like a flipped repeat of our schedule here to end. So we know exactly what to expect coming back after Christmas. Like I said, if we do add another game in there on the 8th or something, we'll figure that out. But very pleased with how our guys played, very pleased with how they competed and what they did, and the way they've turned things around here into a win before we leave for Christmas break. And
glad you got your home opener in the win column.
Yeah, like I said, the big thing is for our kiddos, but boy, it was nice to be back and feel a little bit more like myself tonight and see our kids be successful. That's always a bonus for us.
Absolutely, no question about it. Thanks for coming out, and congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you next year.
Thanks to both of you. Merry Christmas to both of you. Merry Christmas to all those people back home and all of our supporters. We really appreciate everything from all you guys. So thank you.
No question about it. We enjoy doing it, and it is fun to broadcast. Too bad we couldn't broadcast 2 Viking victories tonight. The girls played a close first half, down 1 point at halftime, but then Halstead they made some adjustments. They just really erupted into the third quarter, outscoring the Viking girls 20-4 in that third quarter, and they've had trouble every game. The third quarter's been their bugaboo, and tonight was no different. And certainly will give Larry something to work on. Is the third quarter blues, we'll call it.
Yeah, I mean, and we knew this was going to be a tough game, and I think they got to be proud of their effort in the first half on the defensive end, and they've got a lot to build on because they had a great before Christmas schedule.
Yeah, no question. They did it well. 4-0 before tonight's game, ended up 4-1. If you'd have given Larry that option to take 4-1 and not play any games before, Christmas, he would have taken that in a heartbeat. So that they're going to be good and they're going to be happy. But a little frustrating, to lose like that. But you'll come again and play them right away again in January. So at their place, so that'll be a good rematch. So, any final thoughts on tonight's games?
Well, I mean, just what an impressive effort by the boys to get a win here before break, and one of the best defensive performances I think I've ever seen, and really got guys playing with a lot of confidence. on the offensive end. So good for them to get a win before the break.
Yeah, absolutely. A tough loss for the girls, but great win for the boys. Well, that'll wrap it up for Jared back at the station. For Carson, this is Don wishing everybody a very pleasant good evening, a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in January. Take care, everyone. Good night.
7-day-a-week urgent care has arrived in Lindsborg.